Eve Leatherland died aged 22 months, murdered by her mother's boyfriend, who had beaten her and poisoned her with codeine. Nearly 18 months on from the killing, her body remains in cold storage as her father tries to win the right to be allowed to arrange her burial. Dean Bird wants to be able to have a funeral for his amazing little girl, but he does not have the necessary parental responsibility because his name is not on the birth certificate. The hardest part is knowing she is still in a freezer after all this time, he said. Mr. Bird, 30, last saw his daughter months before her death, just before she disappeared from his life. He said he met Eve for the first time when she was 3 months old because he had split up with her mother, Abigail Leatherland, just before she was born. They got back together and he lived with Eve for about 7 months before he and Leatherland broke up again. Mr. Bird, from Mansfield Wood House in Nottinghamshire, said he saw Eve for about 2 months after that, before Leatherland, who was convicted on Thursday of causing or allowing Eve's death, disappeared with his daughter. My mate told me Abby had moved to Cornwall, but I said she can't have done. She has probably gone on holiday and not told me, bearing in mind I was having Eve once a week, so I thought she had gone and she would be back. I tried messaging her, I tried ringing her, but I couldn't get in touch, and because I wasn't on the birth certificate, I had no rights to go to solicitors to try to find where they were. Mr. Bird said he assumed Leatherland's move to Cornwall was temporary and she would be back in a couple of weeks. 7 months later, the police arrived at his house to tell him Eve was dead.